Hi guys, this is Starcraft and welcome yet to another series of Starcraft English commentary. This is gonna be a guaranteed to be epic, awesome kind of game. I'm gonna be having part of the Laddernet series split between Flash and random pro gamers on the internet. This time is gonna be the third match between Flash and Best. I've seen two games already. Their games are kind of okay. I think the quality is rather standard. Nothing particular in 2024 scheme of things. I hope that this game is going to be a little bit better. I think there's going to be a total of 5 games, so just brace yourself and get ready and get some popcorn and tell your girlfriend to go to her mama's house or something like that, because this is going to take a long time, guys. This next game is going to be played on the map Retro. You can see the map thumbnail at the bottom left of the screen. This is a 4-player map. Flash spawning at the top right of the screen in the orange color and Best spawning at the top left of the screen in the red color. And in terms of map stats, let me just quickly show you the statistics. All-time stats. So Terran on this map enjoy a 49.2% win rate. So slightly Protoss flavor, but not by much, guys. So I think this map is rather even. And we shall see what happens. I mean, the open area in the middle of the map is going to be something to watch out for, because Protoss loves to have those kind of open areas to flank with the ground army. But if Protoss is going to be going for arbiters, then he likes to have more ridges. Anyways, we're going to be having a scouting probe coming out from Best. Looks like Flash is going to be scouting as well. Flash is not scouting in the right direction and Best is, so that is a small divergence of fortunes. Looks like we're not going to be seeing Flash taking his refinery, which means he loves to go for his fast expansion. Once again, this SV is getting ready to complete the barracks, but the probe arrived just on time to kind of start to allow to do some kind of shots against SV, guys. By the way, if you are here for the first time, welcome to the channel. My name is Namkraftvn. Let me just read some advertising a little bit here. So I am known to provide insanely fast videos and commentaries for Starcraft games, insanely fast both in the timing of the upload as well as the speed of my talking. Sometimes I just talk gibberish, that don't really mean anything, because you know what, it's not about how many words you say, but how good are the words, right? What kind of quality get out of the words. So I am actually not very good with that. I just say some random stuff in the game, so please excuse me. That is going to be my signature. But anyways, we're going to be having the SLA coming out, and it's up in the middle. I'm not so sure exactly why that is the case. Maybe he's looking for another probe to come out to scout or something like that. But we're going to be having a supply depot and a barracks to block this, and finally, yeah, this SLA is going to be going towards the side to scout. And we shall see what is going to be the response here from Best is going to be Dragoon. Let me continue on with the advertising. So if you're here for the first time, please take a look at the video description for some nice information. I'm going to be having the the link to the previous game in the playlist, the link to the next game in the playlist, and the overall playlist URL. So if you're a fan of Flash, if you want to watch all of his games on the Laddernet series, please go ahead and check out the Laddernet playlist URL in the video description, as well as the pinned top comment. Sometimes I will have that first comment or the pinned comment to be something that reveals some kind of playlist for you guys. So that is going to be what that is. What else? If you have a Facebook account, please feel free to add friends to me on Facebook, because we don't know when this account might get deleted in the future. And if you have a Telegram account, you can go ahead and also join the Brood War Forever Telegram group, join the Brood War Forever Facebook group, yada yada yada, just to make sure that you have all of the coverage for your favorite Starcraft content. Now, I have a very bad and cheap setup. My mic is terrible. My computer is a potato. My mouse actually doesn't work half the time. So please excuse me for these kind of equipments, mess up. But that's just the way it is. I'm just an amateur player and an amateur, even more amateur caster. So you know what, you get what you have seen on the screen, and that's it. So please leave it out. Of course, please leave a comment to kind of bash me, to kind of give me trash talk about how bad my commentary is. I would really appreciate those kind of comments. Anyways, what is happening here in this game? Let's find it. Return to the game. 3 Dragoons going to start attacking here. The singularity charge is almost completed. We will be having a tank coming down south support this waiting the Dragoons to back up a bit, and indeed it's going to back up. We're going to be having once again the 3rd Dragoon joining up to the fray here, hoping to get transferred to his new base, and the shuttle is going to start to come out. Let's see if Best go for shuttle Reaver first, or he's going to be going for observer first. This kind of close position is actually very scary for a Protoss player to go for observer first, because Terran can double fact or triple fact push you. But Flash is not a player who likes to go for early aggressment, and indeed he's gonna be going for a fast army. This is gonna allow him some fast upgrade at the expense of slower troop counts in the beginning part of the game, and I think Flash wouldn't mind that. He's just gonna stick exactly where he is in his main base. Anyways, we're gonna be having okay, it's very interesting. It is going to be a robotic support base, so Reaver is gonna be the name of the game. It is a tank. It's gonna be waiting for the siege upgrade, which will complete about now, and indeed he's gonna siege, and these dragoons need to back down. One shot in the middle dragoon to damage it, but not really completely kill it. I'm gonna be having dragoons returning home here behind this. Looks like Flash is gonna be going up to a double factory, which is nice. His armory has started spinning as well. He's gonna be going for +1 weapons upgrade as well as a Goliath upgrade. Flash loves his Goliath. I mean, he's been going so much Goliath heavy against Protoss, against Zerg. It's just ridiculous. I mean, is the Goliath build the new Flash build in 2024 or what? Anyways, we're going to be having Observatory coming out now from our friend Best, which is fine. We're going to be having the Reaver coming out from the corner. Do we have double Zealot? No, it's not going to be. Okay, it's going to be a single Zealot to start. And he can possibly make only one Zealot, right? He's not going to be able to have a second Zealot in time, I think. So let's see. We're going to be having a probe coming out towards the 9 o'clock position to go for a quick expansion here. And Best is going to be just waiting for that Reaver. What is Flash waiting for? He's going to be waiting for the Reaver as well. He's waiting inside his base for some Reaver attack. His engineering base coming up. So this is not going to be just a Goliath only defense. It's going to be Goliath plus Chariot Booster plus engineering base. We're going to be having a third Nexus coming down. So we're going to be having some nice third base coming up for Best to see that he's going to be able to provide a bit more minerals intake. It looks like some troops will need to get created by Flash at critical location. The shadow is almost here. Let's see what is going to be the reaction from Flash. He doesn't see the shadow. Now he sees shadow. Where's the shadow? Exactly, there's the shadow. He's going to try to look for some kind of angles now. Retro, the map is still kind of big. We're going to be having Goliath start to attack. Shadow lands in there. Are no turrets. We're going to be having a Zealot to take a shot. SCV is going to explode. He's going to go for the tank. Is the tank going to die? That tank indeed dies, and that Reaver is going to take a shot on this other tank though. Goliath's going to get destroyed in the corners, but the Goliath is trying to target the shadow. The shadow is almost dead, and indeed the shadow dies. But we will have the Reaver take the last shot against the tank to destroy. No, nothing is destroying. Both the Goliaths and the two tanks are still surviving, so that is really unfortunate for Best. What do we have in terms of supply after the battle is over? It looks like Best's got 63 supply and Flash has got 60 supply, so things are looking rather good for Flash. His upgrade's going to be coming up strongly. Behind this is Best going for shadow speed. He's not going to shadow speed. He's going to be for second shadow, and we're going to be having a nice scan from Flash to just reveal the main base here. Nothing out of the honor. We're going to be having 2 more gateway coming up. Okay, we're going to be having this total of 6 gateway, guys. It's getting transferred towards the new base. What is Flash responding? He's repaired his tanks. I hope, yeah, he's repairing his tanks. So that was really unfortunate for Best. He lost a lot of forces and accomplished close to nothing. Almost nothing now, and he's now only ahead by about 30 supply. But knowing Best, he doesn't need a great supply difference to win the game. He's going to be going for, I think at some point, City Badoon. Yeah, that it is City Badoon. He's going to be going for fast Zealot, and he's going to be going for high Templar bombing as well. So this temp toss strategy is what Best has invented in 2003, I believe. So yeah, he's the founding father of this strategy, and he's going to be able to put it to grand use here against the Maestro of Terran. Which is going to be Flash. His upgrade is almost complete. I guess it's not yet almost complete. It's about 30% upgraded. No, it is completed. I'm sorry. Yeah, +1 weapons is done on a tank, so he's ready to move out here. Flash is going to get ready to actually take an expansion, or is he going to be getting ready to just push his scans to check for how many forces are in this side of the map. We're going to be having some siege position here, and looks like Best need to have some Reavers in position to actually counter this. He's got Zealot only. I think there's a Shadow and a Reaver somewhere. We're going to be having some Dragons on this high ground just to slow down the advancement of the Terran army and make sure to cut off reinforcement. Indeed, we're going to be having Dragons in position and sieging position. Observer sees the right amount of tanks here, so he's going to back out the for Best. Where is Shadow and Reaver? I think there's a Shadow and Reaver somewhere, but I'm not catching it. Maybe it was used in some attacks or something like that. We're going to be having more Dragoons coming out, and these forces getting pushed back hard, man. Can Best hold? Is going to try to destroy some poachers, which is nice. Goliath's going to push forward a little bit, but just outside of the range of the siege tanks. The Dragoons looking for some angles, but not able to do the thing. It looks like both the players are moving nicely here. Looks like a lot of Zealot's going to come out. Zealot with lag is about 85% done. Flash is pushing up hard, but he's not able to take out any bases just yet. We might have a huge surround from all sides here from Protoss. Best has got forces in position, getting ready to do a nice surround here. He's going to wait for the Terran army to move into this area. He's going to come from the southern side as well as the northern side. We might need to wait for the Zelle to complete right now. Reinforcement coming from the southern side is going to start to attack. Looks like the attack is a little bit premature. The Zealot leg is not yet complete. The Dragoons can get melted in the corner here. The Zealot comes in at just the right moment. Dragoons are going to get targeted by the tank, and so the Dragoons are dying. Zealot get placed up. We might have the tank and siege at some point now. Looks like at the last minute there is just enough Zealot to clear out the forces. The tanks are not unsieging, just they're going to be losing some more Dragoons. And all the Zealots and Dragoons that are going to be having 2 tanks in the back at 5 to start to move up this base. It's going to have a cannon that comes up to cover for the Vultures. Going to try to move across the map. The observer sees right amount of mines here. This Vulture is going to try to move towards this place, and this place is completely get toasted. We need to have a shuttle in the corner here. Looks like Best is making only Dragoon. He's got some Zealot going for the counter attack. Vulture is going to get on the high ground here, and Probe's going to be dying left and right here. So that's really unfortunate. With this counter attack, will it do some damage? I'm not so sure. Looks like just mass Zealot coming from all sides here, and the cannons were forced to get cancelled. It's a little bit unfortunate. We're having Zealot attacking against the Vulture, but not much. Dragoons start to come out here, so game is going to stabilize a bit more, but I feel like the momentum is in favor of Flash now, guys. Yeah, anyways, we're going to try to get on this high ground. It looks like this observer sees the right amount of forces, so that's nice. His base is almost close to getting destroyed. The Probes are hiding in the corner, but the cannon is going to complete on time. The pylon we need to get recreated at some point. We're going to be having Dragoons attacking the engineering bay here. The tanks are sieging. Dragoons need to back up. And does Best have anything else except Dragoons and Zealot? He's got only Dragoons and Zealot, but now we're going to be having very few Vultures to cover. It looks like the tanks are thinning out. Only 3 tanks in the back, and Zealot's going to walk right through and do some mind drag against the tank here. SCVs are getting ready to repair, but not enough SCVs and not enough forces to repair here. This barracks is buying a lot of time here, and we're going to be having some mind drag against the tank. One more tank is going to explode. We're going to be having 2 tanks in the back, but Zealots are buying so much time. And these barracks are going to get destroyed. Finally, the cannon is going to come online, but it's just not close enough to reach us area. And Best is not mining out of one of his bases. That's really unfortunate. He's going to destroy the last of the tanks, though. After the battles is over, Best is 86 supply, and Flash is 79. But Flash is not taking to the base, so that's going to be his problem here. Looks like Best is going to try to move forward. He's going to use the Zealot to buffer against the tank shot, but at this last, it looks like the Protoss person get pushed back. Zealot's going to move forward. Not enough. Vulture, like once again, I told you. Tanks getting cornered in the back, and Dragoon's going to destroy and take out the last of the tanks here. So both tanks died, only Vultures remained here. Vulture's going to try to do a surround here on that Vulture and that Dragoon, but at last it looks like Flash is not able to penetrate. But this base once again is not mining for the longest time possible, and like Best is not allowed to do anything about it. The last of the pilots going to get destroyed. All of this probe is going to get massacred here. Flash is destroying, is crushing Best. Best is holding on to his dear life here. This barracks is going to be finally burning down as well as the engineer. But anyways, Vulture is going to get in position. This probe to actually make a pylon. Make a goddamn freaking pylon. Anyway, Dragoon's going to start to attack him. But tanks sieging on the other side of the map. We're going to be having Vultures, tanks versus Dragoon and Zealot. And Best is making only Shadow, Dragoons and Zealot. Where is his Robo? It's not making any more forces out of that Robo. So that actually is really strange, I believe. But anyways, Zealot's still going to start to attack here. And yeah, looks like Best might be able to break open now. It's only 1 tank remaining. Best is clearing this forces. This engineering bay is still providing a lot of coverage here, but like not enough Shadow from Best and not enough Vultures and mines. I think from Flash is going to be what the problem with. Looks like Best finally penetrate this area. Is going to try to attack and take out that tank. The tank has still got +1 offense. +1 armor is coming across as well. 1 tank has died, but the other tank remains. But non-stop Zealot attacking. It's very nice here. And what? I mean, these guys are just completely forgotten about the base or something like that. Anyways, looks like Probe's gonna resume mining here. The Vulture's gonna target the Nexus. The Nexus is very close to dying, but at the last minute, the Vultures get destroyed. And we're gonna need to have a pylon created here. Looks like everything's gonna get crushed here. Best is pushing hard. He's gonna try to hold this high ground with Dragoons and Zealot here. And which is nice at the time. Looks like tanks are gonna be sieging from the low ground. Best need to reinforce from the side of the map with some Dragoons and Zealot. Dragoons gonna try to attack that tank. Zealot buying so much time. The tank need to actually target the Dragoons here. They're very damaged, and indeed 1 tank is gonna fall, but looks like there's gonna be no more Dragoons on the high ground. They need to reinforce from this side, and Zealot's gonna try to come out to clear this area. This tank destroyed. Only 1 more tank in the back. The tank's gonna try to snipe the Nexus. The Nexus is almost like we're gonna be having reinforcement from the back here. Best supply is down to 80, and Flash's supply is down to 81. So very even supply, but it's going to be Best. He's gonna be losing his Nexus here. This tank is very close to dying. Finally, this Dragoon's gonna get on the hand. The chance to be he's gonna be going for the cannon or the probe. I don't know. It's gonna be going for the cannon, and this probe's gonna get destroyed. Looks like the Vultures is gonna get surrounded in the back. The probe, so that is going to be a very nice situation now. But yeah, looks like both players are playing very sloppy. Best is going to back up, and he's going to remake his Nexus. He's going to also try to make more pilots to cover. Who's going to go on the southern side here? He's going to get surrounded by all sides by the Vultures. I mean, relentless pressure from Flash is going to be to do them is, you know, as much as I think Flash is very much dangerous and aggressive, he's not accomplishing the kind of damage he wants to accomplish, and he's bleeding a lot of tanks, which are very expensive units because Protoss can make a lot of Zealot and Dragoons, but Terran cannot make an equal number of tanks. Their tanks are very expensive, and they work well in large number, not in small forces like this. Anyways, more explosion happening this time. Is gonna get siege. Get taken out by some of the Zealot attacking, I think, but looks like at the last minute, Best is gonna clear out. He is not mining out of these spaces, and looks like Flash is gonna push forward. Is he gonna expand or what? Because he's almost mined out. Gonna be having tank sieging on this side of the map, and I think Best is just, I mean, it looks like these two players are just testing out new strategies, I think, because during this time, we don't have any shadow getting created at all from Best. And Flash, I mean, yeah, he's not moving SCV out to make some turrets, and he doesn't have Goliaths. Which usually he should need to make because he should expect that Protoss should be going for shadow these times. Anyways, probes getting transferred, an explosion by the minefield. Oh my god, that was the longest time that taken for that mine to actually explode. At the last minute, all of the probes get saved. And this Dragoon is going to be holding this area nicely, and yeah, finally going to be having a cannon that comes up, and Best just holds. He just holds. Looks like Flash is going to expand towards the 3 o'clock position. All of the tanks getting pushed back. Has got perfect observer placement, seeing everything. Anyways, the Vulture's gonna try to go the long way to get on this ramp here, and we have just a single cannon, but we're gonna be having 5 Vultures. Looks like forces ready to intercept here, and nice scan from Best to see that his enemies got some forces around, so it's gonna back up. And looks like Best needs to actually make some pylons here to cover for this area. Vultures might still decide to go back once again. And yeah, Best is not putting a pylon wall to cover for this area. We're going to be having constant scanning from Flash to check for the situation. He sees nothing. The 12 o'clock position, I'm going to be having an observer to see his presence of some minefield here, and Best is going to surround 3 Dragoons to actually destroy them. Zealot coming out to, you know, drag some mine into the Vultures, and he's doing a good job of trying to buy some times here. The other Dragoons are going to run reinforcement on the left side of the map, so it looks like the Vultures need to back up, and the game is kind of, you know, even out, but looks like the supply difference, man. Flash 93 supply, Best only 94. What kind of upgrades do we have right now? I just want to quickly check. He looks like tanks have +1 weapons and +1 armor. Protoss has got +1 weapons only. Protoss is upgrading +1 weapons, so +2 weapons is what Protoss is going for. Looks like Best need to take another base because Terran has taken the 3rd base, completely mine out inside of Flash's base. Now, you think that this is okay for Flash because he's got, I don't know, 3 bases on 3 bases, but he's bleeded a lot of tanks. That is his problem, guys. I mean, usually this time, you know, as a Terran player, you want to have like 12, 20 tanks, get ready for the mid to late game push, but now he's got like 5 tanks. Okay, he's got 4 here, he's got like 4 here, so a total of 8 tanks, and that's not enough, guys. I mean, 8 tanks cannot fight against 16 Zealot the way that 16 tanks can fight against 32 Zealot. They don't, I mean, they scale up a little, much better in large number. That is how the Terran army works. So anyways, we're going to be having the 4th base coming up for Best now. We're at the 18-minute mark of the game. Supply-wise, Best is ahead by about 10 supply. We're going to be seeing, what is it, just pylon getting created, and Best is not yet going. Okay, he's finally going to... okay, I don't see the Templar Archive, guys. I don't see Templar Archive going up at all for Protoss, so that is going to be a problem here. We're going to be having some Goliaths finally appearing on the scene, and yeah, Flash has been going for a lot of Goliaths in the early stage of the game, but he actually doesn't like to go Goliaths in the late game, which I actually don't think is a good idea. He needs to provide Goliaths, you know, as well at the late game, just to counter the threat of, you know, air attack. Anyways, yeah, we're going to be having Nexus on the low ground here. That's going to be clearing out these minefields and having established light control of the map once again. What is going inside of the Terran make floating command center? I mean, is this serious or what? Where is he gonna float it to? He's gonna try to float it towards the 12th position. Anyways, it's very, very good for him because actually Protoss is not... Okay, there's the Templar Archive. He doesn't go for Arbiters, but he could go for Dark Templar. So, if Arbiter is in play, it's gonna be very, very difficult to Terran to float one of his 3 command centers, guys. Because he's down to just 2 scanners, and that might create some weak spots in his defense if Protoss has gone for Arbiters. But looks like Best is not going for Arbiters, so the only kind of counterplay to a floating command center is going to be some Dark Templar, but it looks like Best not going to go for that at this point. He's just going to be making upgrading Storms and just going for mass Zealot and mass High Templars at some point. Anyways, yeah, we're going to be having the command center floated towards the center of the map. I forgot, yeah, on this map, Terran likes to take this middle base, which I don't think is a good idea because, like, you can get assaulted from like 360 degrees, guys. So many areas can get this, and Best is not making shadow. He's made a single shuttle in the entire game, and that's it. He did not make a replacement shuttle, and he could actually bust a lot of position with just shuttle and reavers. So maybe either this is a practice game for Best. He's like, you know what, I'm just gonna play mass ground army from this game because I think that I need to prepare for my upcoming ASL season 18. And that is the strategy. Anyways, Hyper is getting ready to do some storms. Best is making grass. I mean, this is like the strategy that Reach, right? Remember that guy Reach? The handsome, muscular, you know, Protoss manlord guy? Yeah, he used to go for mass Zealot and that's it, nothing else. No shuttle, no high temperatures, nothing else. No, not even Dragoon, just massive Zealots everywhere. Anyways, we're going to be having a high templar that walks through the minefield. This is going to be hilarious. The mine will explode into the high templar. Yeah, anyways, Best has got this bottom side for the map covered, and Terran is on 4 bases. Best is on 4 bases, but what can he go for? He need to make mass something, right? He need to make some mass shuttle. He's making high templar, but he's not making shuttle. So what is up with that? Is this, I mean, is this even serious or what? Anyways, Dragoon's gonna start to attack on the center map just to clear some minefields and establish a bit of map presence. And Terran is gonna move forward here and try to establish a bit of a perimeter and try to contain the Terran army. Looks like Terran, excuse me, Protoss army. Looks like Terran's got +2 weapons and +2 armor. Protoss has got +2 weapons only. EMP, I think, is in the air. Is ready to cast that spell at at any moment now. A lot of energy gets saved up for this science, so it looks like Best is getting pushed around on this map here. He's on the same number of bases as enemy, but he's almost maxed out. So Best might be looking for that one moment to strike. He's got some forces in the bottom side, some forces on the top side. We're going to be having some major attack happening now. Let's see which player is going to be coming forward. A victory here, definitely to cast a storm. This high templar is getting ready to cast a storm, but we're not seeing the storm getting casted. He's going to cast a storm here. Yeah, it's going to be a nice D-Matrix to cover for some of the tanks, but not enough, and the front line has been breached, but there's still some tanks in the back. So it looks like Protoss need to back up, and that was a lot of supply loss. I think in that attack here for Best. After the attack, Best is still ahead by about 10-15 supply. This high templar is gonna back up because it doesn't have any more storms, so that's not good. And tanks are gonna re-establish presence here, and Protoss is still on just 4 bases. Zealots walking and getting mixing with the tanks, so these 4 tanks on the top side is gonna get destroyed. Nice D-Matrix, but the tanks on the bottom side is getting destroyed as well. Zealot reinforcement is just enough to hold for Best. He pushed the tanks back hard. Looks like no more tank support. And the other tank is going to be very, very far from the battlefield, and that's the last of the tank is getting destroyed. That is a nice storm on all of the SCVs. Best 92 supply and Flash is 69 supply. These Dragoons are just doing some nice shots, but is it going to be enough? Looks like Flash needs to actually mine more from his bases, because he's completely mined. I mean, he's got 0 SCVs here. More reinforcement coming out from Best. He's not yet expanded. He's making only Zealot and Dragoons and high templates and nothing else. Looks like he gets pushed back once more time. His observer is going to get sniped. And the game is very, very interesting. We're going to be having just more reinforcement for both players here. Best, it's not expanded. It's not yet expanding to another base. He's gonna try to storm something with his high temperature before he gets sniped. That might be a good move. This observer is nicely placed. Looks like he's got very good vision of the entire battlefield. He can get ready to move in anytime that he wishes for. More scanning from Flash, and he's trying to reinforce this middle area. More high temperatures getting sniped, so only 2 high temperatures remaining. It looks like one of the high temperatures doesn't have enough energy, so that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, Best is playing a very low econ, guys. He's making only ground army. He's going to try to attack once again without shuttle. He's attacking without shuttle. This might just be a practice game, guys. Just to see, how he can play without shuttle. Anyway, Zealot walking right through, which is nice. Destroying some of the tanks, but now Zealot number is sitting out, so Best need to back up. He's still ahead by about 10 supply, but he's banging his head against the wall. And now Terran is upgrading what? +1, +3 weapons, right? Yeah, Terran is 2-2, and Protoss is +2 only. Protoss is not upgrading anything else. So that is going to be a problem for Best. He's going to check one more storm and maybe retreat his Zealot. His high temperature. Somewhere Zealot starts to move out. Nice EMP on the Dragoon. Zealot's going to try to explode the mine onto the tank, but it's going to be impossible. One more tank would die, and that's possibly it. Looks like Best is going to try to hold this area with 6 or 7 Dragoons. And he's going to try to assault from all sides again. Looks like Flash is also running out of tanks, guys. His tank count is very, very low. And he keeps getting busted on several angles. And why doesn't Best make a shuttle? Anyways, they're also going to start to walk through and doing some minefield just to destroy the vulture, which is great. Let's check the mineral count. Looks like Flash is buying out in his main. His expansion itself has got some mineral patches. Best is mining out of two bases. He's making a fifth one down here. And looks like supply-wise, Best is only up by about 8 supply. He's forced to move back. And now looks like a little bit of a perimeter is established by Flash. That's good. These vultures are looking to hunt for High Templars. Oh my god. 1 High Templar down, 2 High Templar down, 3 High Templar down. That is terrible mistake. Why don't you make a shadow? God damn it. Are you like drunk or something like that? I mean, this is not a professional game. I mean, these players are not playing for money. It's not like DPL where you have several hundred won on the line that you would win or lose depending on your performance. So we cannot help it, right? So players sometimes just try out new strategies. Anyways, observer checking for decision. He can see that there's a new base there. And looks like Dragoon's going to start to come out to clear this area. That's great. Tanks pushing across, and these forces are forced to go all the way back. At least Best has got a new base setting set up, so these forces can retreat into that area if he wishes to. Looks like these tanks are over pushing a little bit, so Flash is going to back up. Flash doesn't have a fifth base. He is just content with these areas and just trying to mine from it. He's going to be having vultures trying to penetrate this area and cut the Protoss reinforcement into half. 2 High Templars rejoin the bottom side of the map, so Protoss has got a nice reinforcement. This observer is nicely placed to see if Flash dares to move to that area. It looks like some tanks and vultures start to move into this area, so we shall see. It looks like there's an oversaturation approach in that area, and Dragoon's gonna try to destroy those vultures and push Flash back. Looks like Flash is gonna venture a little bit forward here. 2 High Templars getting ready to cast the storm. He's gonna cast a nice storm on the vultures, just actually snipe one of them, but the other High Templar is gonna hide in the back with some more energy. So that's great. Dragoon's gonna try to get on this area. Reinforcement continually flowing from all sides here. And more Zealot, more Dragoons, and just mass Zealot, Dragoons, and High Templars. Nothing else, guys. High Templar is gonna cast one more storm on the vulture. That is a beautiful storm, affecting all of the vultures. Only a couple of them remained. These probes, possibly at some point, we need to actually evacuate himself and go to green and faster. High Templars might get sniped. Dragoons in position to actually intercept. Look, I mean, these players are playing a practice game or what, because Protoss is a new shadow and Terran is a new turret, or Goliaths. It's very, very funny. We might have an EMP. That EMP is nice on how many High Templar. All of the High Templar were affected there, so that's not good. Anyways, the cannon is going to get destroyed. Supply wise, Best is 138. He's going to reinforce the area once again from all sides. His tanks are moving forward. We're going to be having another epic battle coming up. So it looks like Best is waiting for another round of reinforcement. He needs to come in now. But these tanks are going to explode. Dragoons here, Zealot's gonna walk through just to clear some. We're gonna be having a High Templar in the back that doesn't have any energy. These other types have got some energy. Tanks are nicely spread out, and he needs to storm. He's not storming. Zealot at least is doing some mind drag against the tank, which isn't so bad. That Archon is gonna do some 6 shot as well. High Templar in the back is gonna cast a nice storm. One more storm at a time will be great indeed. He's attacking some storm, but GG from Best and Flash takes this game. Thanks for watching. Buy me a coffee. The link is in the video description, and have a good day. See you soon. Signing out. Bye bye.